This is my first time with an open earbud, and let's talk about it. This is actually the longest time I've spent using the product before making a review about it. And this is actually my first time experience with an open earbud. So I really wanted to understand it. I wanted to take my time and know the pros and cons of this product right here before I make a video about it. So here you go. This right here is the Sanag C16S, and yes, Sanag did send me this product for a review. They wanted me to express my thoughts and ideas about it, and here's the video. So Sanag does make earbuds, headsets, and speakers, and all those other stuff. Anyway, let's get back to this. With the open ear design or concept, it's all about your outer ear. So the C16S right here sits about 90% outside your ear and has nothing to do with your inner ear. That comes with a few upsides and downsides as well. So let's start off with the upsides. Upside number one, open earbuds frequently come with larger driver size, and the Sanag C16S is no slack. It actually comes with a 14.2mm driver size, and this is because open earbuds sit outside your ear, and as such they are not really restricted by size. They can get as big as they want to, unlike traditional earbuds which are somewhat restricted to your inner ear size, and as such they can't get that big. But open ears, totally different. And this actually affects other aspects, especially sound. With a 40.2mm driver size, you can really expect some noise from the Sanag here. It really gets loud, and sound and music in general just sounds really great. I usually listen to music with these buds in, and they do it well for me, and they do it very, very good. When it comes to sound, I'm actually going to give it a solid 8. And with the app, when you change it to the classical sound profile, I prefer the classical sound profile. I mean, it sounds better than the rest. When you then change it to that sound profile, I would give it an 8.5. And it's really amazing. I usually listen to a lot of music. I watch a few YouTube videos with it, but this is not my primary earbud for watching documentaries or YouTube videos. I usually listen to music using these earbuds, and they do it for me. Upside number two is actually fit and comfort. So the C16S has nothing doing with ear tips, and as such, you really don't have to bother yourself knowing which ear tip fits your ear and which ear tip does it better for you. All you have to do is just latch these onto your ear, and they stay where you put them. On the topic of comfort, the weight distribution on the C16S is actually distributed and somehow very, very comfortable. So we have two hard points on the C16X in which weight is actually distributed. We have the touch sensitive part, which has most of the weight, and the other weight is actually distributed on the far end of the earbud. So when it comes to comfort, I mean, sometimes I leave this on for more than 6 hours in class, on my way back from campus, and it does it well for me. I haven't had any form of ear irritation or ear pain whatsoever. So fit and comfort is a solid 9 out of 10. So upside number three is actually a larger touch sensitive pad. So as I said earlier, these open earbuds are not really restricted when it comes to size, and this means they can actually get bigger, and as such, a bigger earbud directly translates to a larger touch sensitive pad. So you rarely miss a tap on these buds, and that's actually one of the things I really, really like, because there are times where someone is trying to have a conversation with you and you would want to pause to take a listen, but then on smaller earbuds you have to tap multiple times just to get the touch sensitive part, and that's not the case with this one. They are really, really large. The touch sensitive side on this is large, and as such you rarely miss it, and that's cool. And the last upside is actually battery life. So to the Sanag C16S specifically, it does come with a 50 milliamp hour battery on each earbud, and on the case we actually have a 500 milliamp hour battery on the case right here. So battery life has been very great. I'd give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. I don't really remember the last time I got a battery low notification on these buds, and they're really, really cool. Before we get to the downsides, I really want us to talk about the price. So the Sanag C16S right here is actually going for around 13 to 14 pounds, and you can really get it for that 13-pound price point, especially when you go on AliExpress to get this with free delivery and stuff like that. Just wanted to let you guys know this is actually one of the low ends or low priced products from Sanag. Just wanted to clear that out. Now let's move on to the downside. So downside number one is actually no active noise cancellation, and this is actually because of the design. Open earbud design. Open. So active noise cancellation works best in confined spaces or restricted zones. Most headphones and earbuds tend to seal off your ear, preventing ambient noise or environmental noise from interfering with your music. And since this is open, it doesn't really seal your ear, and sometimes you do get these outside noise coming in and messing up your audio and things like that. And this also translates to downside number 2, which is transparency mode. With the Sanag C16S, it's not really a downside, but it's just a little ick I have. Let me share it with you guys. So we always have transparency mode on. What does this mean? This means when you have these buds on, you can actually hear someone when he's talking to you, or hear your environment or what's going on in your environment. So this is good and not so good in some other ways. So mostly I usually find myself in the city, moving up and down, catching buses and stuff like that. And it's very, very important for me to be aware of my surroundings. You know, when a car blows a horn or something, I should be able to hear it and know what is going on around me. But then there are times where you want to seal yourself from your environment and just have yourself to your music and your music alone. And this is where the active noise cancellation comes in. But with this transparency effect, you can actually reduce it by simply raising the volume. With the volume on high levels, you can rarely hear what's going on around you. But when you bring it down to lower levels, you can hear what's going on in your environment. Extras, my favorite part in every video. So with extras, we actually have IPX4 rating on the C16S here. So this means you actually go with sweat or water and stuff like that. You can go to the gym, sweat a lot, and you wouldn't have any problem with this buds on. Also, we have Bluetooth version 5.4 here. And now let's talk about the microphone. So the microphones on the C16S here are very, very great. Recording audio on these on WhatsApp and making phone calls are great. And I just love the microphones on these buds right here. Conclusion time. So no product in this world is perfect. And especially at this price point, you should be expecting a few hiccups and issues with this product here. So issue number 1 is not that much of a deal, but it does bug me out sometimes. That is actually opening the case. So as you can clearly see, the lid and the bottom of the C16S case are almost the same, and sometimes getting this open becomes an issue because there's less to hold on to at the base, and the top is slightly smaller as well. So opening this becomes buggy at times, especially when you want to get the earbud out as quickly as possible and the case gets in the way sometimes, and that's bugged me out. So what should you expect when you buy this product right here? It's actually 3 things. So the first one here is actually great sound. It has a larger driver size, it can get pretty loud, and audio from this is great and amazing. The second one here is actually the mic quality on this. The mics on this earbud here are pretty amazing, pretty cool. Trust me, phone calls are going to be clear. When you're recording audio via WhatsApp, it's also going to be crisp. The last one here is actually battery life. It does have very, very impressive battery life and stay on time, and I just love it. So this is my review, and here are my thoughts on the Sanag C16S. You already know what to do. Subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you guys in another video.